breaking news. The taxes have hit, but people were saying it's already spent, and I said, what? The taxes hit, and it's already spent? That money's mine. I overpaid, and I need them. I might drive a Kia, but I'm finna drive a Beamer. I'm paying Paul and Peter, and I'm paying up my rent. You blowing your taxes in 2 days. You just got it. Oh, yeah, that's money spent. You a trip meant to say, I think that we should go take a trip. Called in sick to my job, pack my bags, and then I dip my feet into the ocean. We're going ashy too classy. We got that good lotion. Cause taxes this, taxes that. Yeah, we see you got your taxes back, and let's see how y'all spending it in 2026.
I keep seeing posts about how people are spending their income tax, so I thought I would share, as someone who's a freak about money, because you get broke, how I am spending my income. Now, this is just my income tax alone. This is not Dan's. Dan and I are not married.
Who's Dan? Is Dan the man with the master plan? But Dan ain't the husband. And that's okay. That's her business. Anyway, back to the taxes.
And so we have to file taxes separately. And so, yeah, this is just how we're spending mine. The first thing we did was pay off my daughter's braces. This was $165 that we were having to spend a month. And now we don't have to worry about that bill at all because it's paid off. The second thing we paid off was our car insurance. We had a remaining balance up until the end of the year, which is in July. So our car insurance is paid off until July. The next thing we paid off was my daughter's lunch account until the end of the year. So we don't have to worry about paying for school lunch, which is actually really expensive. The next thing we did was we were leasing our van, and now we're going to be buying our van, which is super exciting. But we put a down payment, a hefty down payment down to make our monthly payment cheaper while we buy out our van. There are a couple of things that we're going to be buying with my income tax. The first thing is a new bed. My mattress is like 10 years old. Okay. And it's causing physical pain to Dan and I to sleep on it. So we decided it's time to get a new bed. We also set aside some money because we really want to put a gazebo up in our backyard. So that way the kids and I have some shade. We don't have a porch or a deck or anything in our backyard. So there's no shade in our backyard at all. And the side of the street we're on, the sun just shines straight into my yard, which is great. My side of the street is really warm all the time because the sun's always there, but it gets hot. So we need some shade. And we're also going to do some work on our front yard. I am also getting married in June. So
congratulations! Good for her. So Dan is about to be the husband. Y'all see how I caught that? Dan is the man with the master plan. I knew it.
We set aside some money to help pay for the wedding. It is also February, and with the lovely February comes time to register our vehicles. So my income tax is also going to take care of the cost of registering 2 vehicles and a trailer. And the last thing that we're doing with my income tax is we are setting aside a couple $100s. We have to go to Omaha and Sioux Falls in May for soccer. So we're just setting aside some travel expenses. That is everything I'm doing with my tax return. So yeah, I would love to hear what you guys plan to do with your tax returns.
And maybe I'll tell y'all at the end. Actually, no, I'm not, because what return? Anyway, spoiler alert. I'm happy for those of y'all who get taxes, because I remember the day it was all once so simple. Not anymore! Still a blessing nonetheless, but for all my self-employed people, y'all understand. I thought it was really cool that she's paying off her children's lunch for the year. Now, I know what y'all about to think. That's just being responsible, but you'd be surprised how many kids during lunchtime be hungry. They looking around for scraps. Like a sad puppy. I'm not, it's the truth. So good on her. And I'm also glad she's getting a mattress, because 10 years with the same mattress. Now, I know mattresses can last a long time, but the mattress probably been through some things. 10 years? Bodies. Bodies. I'm not saying multiple bodies. I'm saying how many times she had to lay on the mattress. Golly. Ooh. Let me go to the comments. Somebody said, dang, how much y'all get? She said $8,000. Wow, $8,000? Dang. How many kids? None of my business. And this comment says, you are way overpaying your weekly paychecks. Personally, I'd rather have the money weekly instead of letting the IRS reap the interest of it. And I can understand where a lot of y'all are coming from, but at least she don't owe. Imagine owing $8,000. That is a reality for a lot of people. She said, we are using it for the other bills/savings, but we haven't gotten it yet. Hey, teamwork make the dream work. Somebody here commented, mine will be going into my Roth IRA for retirement, and I will probably buy some more ETFs. And you know what? I'm not mad at it, because as I always say, we got to start making better decisions today in order to have a better future. What better time than now? That's actually a great question, Simone. And what better time than now to launch the Patreon? I just launched the Better Than Yesterday community, and this is where we're actually applying a lot of the discipline that we talk about in these videos. In our first journey, the $8 discipline system, small, consistent deposits, weekly accountability, ad-free videos, real structure, no hype, just discipline. Because if not now, then when? And if not you, then who? Or my Dr. Seuss again. And if you would love to go on this journey together with me, the link will be in the description. Now I'm gonna let other Simone get back to whatever she was talking about. Was that a shameless plug? You know what? I'm with it. Anyway, what else y'all buying?
It's tax season. Y'all know what that means. I am Ari. I'm a very broke stay-at-home mom, but we live a very rich life. I'm going to tell you guys how we do that by using our taxes. When you get those taxes back, buy a membership for your family. It's going to last all year long. I've done zoo in the past. I've done the museum in the past. I've done the aquarium in the past. It is well worth it. It makes these experiences free all year long, so you're not spending money, and you can make sure you're never at home bored with these kids. Rich, deep clean. Hire a cleaner to come out and clean your house once a year. Scrub it head to toe. I'm talking cracks and crevices, baseboards, mopping, everything. Subscription services. Go ahead and pay those subscription services for the whole year now while you have those taxes. Because we already know Apple loves to pull their money out when you are down bad. Just go ahead and pay it now, and we don't have to worry about it for the rest of the year. And while we're at it, we're paying our car insurance up front. That's one less bill that you have to worry about throughout the year. Just go ahead and splurge one time. Hear me out, one time. And on the same note, go ahead and get an oil change. Do your car maintenance. What do they call it? Rotate an alignment. Get that car alignment. Get the oil change. Go ahead and handle all those car expenses up front. You know your car likes to break down when you're already down bad, and that is the worst feeling ever. Just go ahead and wipe out your car maintenance during tax season.
I got scared for a minute. I was like, girl, did I need to throw you a lifeline for not knowing what a car alignment was? I was getting a little scared because we're the adult. But she came in with the save and taking care of the maintenance on the car, not putting her head in the sand, acting like the car don't need maintenance and it runs on love. Some of y'all say you love that car till it's time to do some maintenance. Now you don't know nothing. Now it's, I ain't doing all that. I don't want to waste my money. Car be all on the side of the road, smoking up the highway, tires all bald. You got nails on the tires, riding on donuts. It's just too much. Get the maintenance done, like she said, while you got the resources. It is an expense of having the car. So you don't have to get another car because you weren't keeping up the car. I love this list already.
You're gonna open a high-yield savings account. You can open a couple, but go ahead and open one now for Christmas. And that money will just be sitting and growing because I don't want to see anyone get on here in December and you know you had a full year to prepare. We're gonna go ahead and open that high-yield savings account. We're gonna put in $500. We're just gonna let it grow. And by the time Christmas or November comes around, we're gonna be smart. We're gonna spend that money and our kids are gonna have a good Christmas.
Hey, we doing a challenge in the Patreon. $8 a day might keep the stress away for Christmas. Whether you join the Patreon or not, she's absolutely right. Y'all acting like y'all don't know Christmas come at the same time every year. Now you shocked. Absolutely not. I'm tired of giving y'all a pass. We got 10 months. Tighten up. And you can do it. A high yield savings account would be great. Now, you ain't gonna come out balling out of control, but for a lot of people, this could be a good resource to save some money and slightly help with inflation, because inflation doing everybody in right now. Goodness gracious. And this comment here says, I just opened a high yield savings account and they have buckets that are linked to one account. I have one for car maintenance, gifts/holidays, vacations, and my daughter and I have small amounts that I'll put in every month to be prepared when it comes. I love to see y'all online being prepared and being responsible. I love it. So encouraging. And people definitely like the membership idea that she gave as a tip. Tell me what y'all think about that. And someone here said, I'm embarrassed to get a deep clean for the house. Why? And I agree with her. It's okay to ask for help when you need it. You deserve it. If you can afford to do whatever you can afford to do, it's not hurting nobody. It's aiding you and your household, creating a better environment for you and everybody there. What better things to use the money than a deep cleaning or something that's going to help you out? What is the point of having money if you're not going to use it as a resource to aid you in real life? Like, what do you go to work for? Because I tell you this, the people who are cleaning your house would love the money. Somebody's running the business. Somebody wants that money. They're not going to be too embarrassed to clean it. And I say this as somebody whose car was looking a little rough. And I had to look that man straight in the eye and say, sir, I spilled that orange juice 2 months ago. Life been busy. I'm sorry for you. They understand. They know what you there for. Don't be ashamed. Get your house deep cleaned. And she also had a marvelous list. Let's see what else y'all got.
I got my tax return yesterday and the whole thing is gone today.
You mean yesterday, like 24 hours ago in this school? Was stuff open overnight? I just need some context. And it always makes me curious, like if it's a small amount, you know, okay, I get it, yeah. 24 hours, about $500-$600, that might be very easy to blow. But thousands? What was going on?
The whole thing is gone today. There's nothing left. And I'm a single mom with 2 kids, so you already know I got some bread.
You did? How much? She said I got some bread.
And it's gone. So this is a sign to pay your debts. Pay your debts. Because if you don't pay them now, you're going to have to pay the piper later.
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay it whenever you get the bag. And here's the thing. I'm glad that I got the money this way and I just paid it with them. Because that was stressful knowing, like my phone ringing all the time, all these unknown numbers calling. You already know.
The debt collector? Lord have mercy. And she's absolutely right about if you don't handle whatever that thing is that you keep putting off, it is going to catch up to you. That's why I talk about it so much in my videos. Because when people are on these debt journeys to pay it off, it is because of previous actions that got them to a point where they are now trying to play catch up. Sometimes life just gave them a bad hand, and sometimes it is because the person who is managing their money is not the best with it. And it could be a mix of both, which is also very unfortunate. But you want to do your best to get out of this cycle, so I applaud her for using the resources she was given through the taxes to pay her debts.
You already said don't let any unknown numbers even let the phone ring, because that ring 6 times a day. But I paid off 6 collection accounts. I brought my credit cards down, so the utilization on the credit cards are each at 75%.
I got a little scared. She said it's at 75%. Did I hear that right? She said 75%. Now, this isn't according to me, y'all. This is actually according to Experian.com. You know, the company that helps you track your credit report, your credit history, all of that good stuff. Now, this isn't to be judgmental. This is just an educational moment and something that you all can put in your toolbox as some knowledge. It says here, is 30% a good credit utilization rate? Now check this out, y'all. It says here, lower utilization rates are better for your credit scores. While 30% could be better than 50% or 90%, a lower utilization rate is even better for your credit scores. Going on to state that people in the highest credit score range tend to have utilization rates in the single digits. And if I remember right, she said she had like a 70%. It's pretty high. However, baby steps, y'all. You gotta start somewhere. For all we know, she could have been at a 90, she could have been at 100. And 100% essentially means you're maxed out all the way on your credit cards.
It should be under 30%, but they're at 75%. I got $1,500 set aside in savings for the new apartment. And I still, you know, got some cash from what I had before in my bank account. And I'm not stressing because it's done. Like discipline and the time, it hurts. And boy, if like it was nice to see that money. And then it was like bam, 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 gone, 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 gone. But it feels like a weight is lifted off my shoulders. Yeah. So this is just your sign to just take your tax money and do what you know you need to do with it, even though it even though it sucks.
And I agree with her. And good for her on taking the accountability and saying, hey, this is what I did. This is my debt. I'm paying it off. That's not even the crazy part. The crazy part is, even though it hurts so much, you can see on her face, she is relieved. And if you've ever had debt, I've had debt before, the feeling of relief you get when you don't owe something, it's priceless. It really is. And I really hope that if anybody is able to get out of debt during tax season, that you don't repeat the same cycles that got you there. And I say that in the most loving way, y'all. I really mean it. About, was it your actions? What were you doing? Were you emotionally spending? Did you have some not so good habits? Just be aware so you don't do it again. So next time when tax season come around, you can be like, oh shoot, I got $6,000. I can do whatever I want with it and I don't gotta just pay Peter and Paul. And she's asking y'all, single moms, are y'all okay? Did you pay the collection amount? You bring them credit cards down and utilization? And this comment just confirms what I know a lot of y'all want to feel. Paying off debt feels so good for real. Another comment says, that's called responsibility. I want to comment what she said. 2026 is about pushing through the things we don't want to do because we know it helps us reach our goals. And amen to that. Y'all really turned the new leaf? Is this responsible TikTok? Am I on the right side of TikTok? I love it here. This comment here says, me with $456 left. Once all the bills are paid, that's all that matters. Then, of course, my kids get mad stuff. I seen someone say instead of buying their children stuff that they were buying them stocks, ETFs, something like that, because it's a little finicky when they're under 18 of what you can do for them. But I would like to ask you all, which one do y'all think is more important? Getting them the stuff now, or perhaps having a little nest egg for them in the future? Curious to know your thoughts. Okay, so we got another one. It says, come with me to spend $1,000 of my state refund. And it says over here in the corner, one thing I'm gonna do is decorate my house and make it a home. So let's see what she gets.
So I got my state income tax, okay? So let's go spend it. But before we go spend it, let me tell you like a little background as to what I want to do with the money. So I did get 1864. 864 is getting put away. I'm saving it. I am blessed enough to say that I don't owe anybody anything. I'm up to date. I don't owe my bills and all that. So nothing has to go towards bills or anything like that. I do want to like do me and my kids' bedrooms over. You guys will see. I am going to be keeping like a lot of the stuff that I already have, but you guys know I love decoration. So we got to kind of update a little bit of shit. So let's go spend that $1,000.
So she said she got 1864 or something like that. So she put like $800 away for savings. Honestly, heck yeah, good for her. She said she don't owe anybody anything, which is also good. Perhaps that $800 that she's put away is for an emergency fund, savings, whatever it is. What she's displaying is she's being responsible in that aspect. I'm really proud of y'all this year. And this is what I mean by balance. Yes, she is saying she's spending $1,000, but it also sounds like she's in a financial situation to where she can do so comfortably. Now, that's just my assumption. I could be totally wrong. I'm just going off of what she said. But I would challenge all of you to think about, what does the rest of the year look like for you after tax season? After you spend your tax money, do you have savings? Did you put something aside? Are you going to be okay in the event life takes a turn? Do you have resources, some capital, something to help you if later in the year things start to get a little rocky? Because life happens. So just be wise, y'all. All right, so she loading up the cart and it looks like she's in Burlington and she's getting a bunch of wallets and stuff, some purses. She got her some globes. She looks like she's going to be doing some decorating like she said, and all of this stuff is what she's choosing to spend her tax money on. I want to know, is this what y'all was spending on? And what are y'all spending y'all tax money on? Now, she got a bunch of picture frames, some blankets, and some decorations, and she spent around $350 for all of that at Burlington or wherever she was at. And then it looks like she got a bed here and a cabinet. And after all that, that was the $1,000. It is quite easy to blow $1,000. I will say that. And this comment here says, I got $2,669 and it got snatched because of tickets. Ma'am, was you riding dirty? Bucky, you was riding dirty. Oh, Bucky. This comment says, I'm waiting on my taxes and here you go spending yours. I'm jealous, sis. And y'all comment down below. Have y'all got y'all taxes back? I know a lot of people checking that IRS website every day. But I can understand, like, if you need it, you need it. Like, nothing wrong with that. Honestly, it's your money. Probably just overpaid a little bit. Or you got some kids. Some of y'all got a lot of kids. And I hope none of y'all are ain't claiming kids that aren't yours. The IRS be tightening up. I don't want y'all to have no problems. Don't be going to people talking about, oh, so-and-so gonna hook it up. Oh, they get me the most money. What they're doing is illegal. They're doing something called fraud. Do you like being free or do you want to go to jail? Just think about it. All money ain't good money. And this comment here says, I spent $1,000 just on boy clothes and home decor. That $1,000 went so fast. It was like spending $100. That's what it is feeling like nowadays. Because when I go to the grocery store, I promise you, I put like 5 things in the basket. Somehow, some way, it's $75. I just be like, this used to load up this whole belt in 2011. I don't know what's going on now. I'm doing my best. Ain't enough wholesale to fix that issue, but we trying.
Look, I know taxes have dropped. Everybody got paid. Everybody got money. Now everybody else wants to get paid too. Dues, fees, bills need to be paid. Right.
Yeah.
But in order for me to do that, I need to do something for me first, which is, I want to try Panda.
What's Panda? You mean Panda Express? They got that. Most cities got Panda Express, girl. What you talking about?
Not Panda Express. I want to try the Panda. Go get it from the back. I want the middle part.
She's talking about eating a panda. I've never heard nobody say they want to try it. You mean the animal? It's too exotic for me. I've never heard that. The middle part? Bust down? Panda? You busting down a panda? That's wild. Crazy work. That's almost disrespectful. They're majestic.
And then we can talk about what else I need to pay.
Panda? What are y'all into? There's some new age stuff. Panda. What? I'm perplexed. I'm gonna leave that to y'all because I don't know about that one. Different strokes for different folks.
We got our tax return back, and this is everything that we're going to be spending our tax return on. I've been seeing these videos circulate all over TikTok, and so I wanted to do my boring version. The past 3-ish years, every time tax season has come, our taxes went straight to our debt. I had a student loan, we were paying off a car, and we did accumulate some credit card debt renovating our house. I am so happy to say that we have never been so financially secure than we are right now. For the first time this year, we get to put all of our tax refund into our savings account.
This video specifically, I don't know what's going on. Multiple people are like, yeah, I'm saving something. I'm actually thinking about the future. I'm not just putting my head in the sand, acting like life isn't going on and that bad things don't happen at the worst time. No, I'm not doing that. Actually getting prepared. I love it.
We have no debt. We're completely debt free. We have 2 children, so we obviously have to be saving for them. And I have 2 girls, which means 2 weddings to save for and 2 colleges to save for.
The fact that, wait, what do you mean? Saving for their weddings and college? Y'all do that? No shade. Some stuff takes some adjustment for some of us, because what do you mean? Wedding and college. And I'm happy for y'all, don't get me wrong. Kudos to her.
We will probably use a portion of it to go on vacation, but the majority of our taxes are going to our savings account. Let me know in the comments what you guys use your tax returns on.
I love it. Somebody said, dang, how much y'all get back? Y'all love to ask somebody how much they get back, don't you? But since y'all asked, I'ma look. And it says here, this woman said she getting $10,000. Whoa. And somebody here said, y'all lucky my parents are not paying for my wedding. And you know what? The way I see it is, it's just a blessing if they are able to do that. Or if they are in a financial situation to where they can. Everybody's not going to be rich. Everybody's not going to be rolling in the dough. But I definitely love to hear people saying, yeah, I'm actively trying to do that for my children. Because honestly, they don't have to. They don't have to. A lot of parents don't. And whatever they end up saving, I'm sure their children, or I hope their children appreciate them trying their best to establish something for them in their future. And even if your parents don't pay for your wedding, pay for your college, don't mean life is over for you, that you don't stand a chance. Nobody's better than the next person. Some people just got more resources. Ooh. And here we go. This comment here says, don't just put it in a savings account. Start your kids. A 529 plan through your state contributions can be written off on your taxes for next year. That's why I love the comments. Lots of info for y'all, depending on what you're watching. And they go on to say, if you don't want to start a 529 account, I recommend starting some other account for the girl. Both have tax advantages. Put your return to good use and grow that money even more while reaping the tax benefits for the next year's return. And she ended up replying with, yes, we put it in there 529 and stock options just felt easier to say savings. And I know what a lot of y'all are thinking, what is all these numbers that they say and all this 592, 529, what is this? Let's get y'all right real quick. I actually went to the IRS website and this is what it says. Now, this isn't according to me. This is according to the government. Now, it says here, what is a 529 plan? And it says that a 529 plan is a plan operated by state or educational institution with tax advantages and potentially other incentives to make it easier to save for college and other post-secondary training or for tuition in connection with enrollment or attendance at an elementary or secondary public, private, or religious school aided beneficiary such as a child or a grandchild. So it's not just for the children, y'all. And this is according to the IRS website. And I encourage you all to look into these sort of things because knowledge is power. Nobody's smarter than you. They might just be able to research a little bit better. But the good old internet makes everything very easy for us. So what I grasp from this is grandparents, granddads, grandma, you mean to tell me you could hypothetically help the grandkids out if you want? Just giving y'all options. And I definitely would talk to a financial advisor about any of this if you all are interested, but according to the IRS website, they end up talking more about the advantages of the 529 plan, as well as if you can make any withdrawals to the plan for tuition at elementary school or a secondary school.
I got my taxes today and they're basically already gone. My rent is $16.20 and I paid 2 months of rent, and then I paid my phone bill. My phone bill is $280. And then so I paid my phone bill, and then I paid off the 3 phones on it. And then I paid my power bill. I paid my gym membership, which is where I just came from. That's why I'm so sweaty. I put money aside for both my kids' birthdays because I have one birthday in March and one in May. I put money aside for both of them clothes for spring and summer. I bought groceries, and then I put a little bit in savings, and then I put a little bit in both my kids' savings account. That's pretty much the whole tax return. Ever since I had kids though, this is literally how I always spend my tax return. I always try to pay my rent up. I always try to pay my bills up and buy clothes the next size up for the next season. That way I can be caught up throughout the year. That way throughout the year I'm not like falling behind, not struggling. Last year I didn't get a tax return, and then the year before that I had to use my tax return for moving. So this is the first year in a few years I've got to actually use it to like just catch up, just breathe.
Right.
So I'm really excited about that because it definitely gives me a little chance to breathe and not feel like I'm falling behind or struggling all year.
And another one, discussing savings. Y'all are actually on a roll. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm seeing the growth. I really am. What did 2026 do to y'all? Thank goodness for growth. Now this comment says, very responsible, very demure, very grown up. And I'm gonna have to co-sign. Show you're right. And on the screen, this video says tax refund to do. So I guess this is what this woman is saying that she thinks you should do with your tax money. Let's see. And tell me, do y'all agree?
This might be a hot take, and before I get started, I'll probably offend somebody, and I apologize from the bottom of my heart. However, with the economy and the way it's going right now, I just want to let y'all know that with that refund, that tax refund check, y'all should really think about paying y'all rent all the way up until the amount that you have. I know y'all want to go buy stupid stuff. I get it. But in this economy, I think the best choice to do with that money is to pay the rent for at least a couple months. If you're getting a couple bands back, just pay the rent. Just pay the rent, stack the bread that you get from your 9 to 5 or whatever. But that's one of the heaviest bills that you may get for the entire year. And if you have a chance to minimize the pain of that bill, which is your rent, I would do it. Just pay the rent. Just pay it. I'm telling you, you ain't gonna miss it. You just got the money. You ain't gonna miss it too long. Just go ahead and pay it.
Well, they won't miss it if they already didn't spend it in their head. And I'm gonna have to back y'all up. Because this year, it seems like a lot of people are doing exactly what she said. Like actually being responsible with the money. I haven't heard nobody say, hey, I'm going on a trip. I'm broke. I'm in debt. I'm struggling. I don't care. We going to Disney. Whole team. Whole soccer team. And Disney in Paris. Not regular Disney. Do they got one in Paris? Y'all know what I mean. Disney, the expensive one. Well, they all expensive. Same difference. I didn't hear any of that verbiage this time. I'm pleasantly surprised because I thought I was going to need some headache medicine. But ma'am, I think that they are taking your advice, and I think that might be a good thing for a lot of people. But y'all know what your expenses are every month. There's also nothing wrong with taking those trips as long as your affairs are in order. Big caveat. Probably not even the right word, but you know what I meant. Do the right thing. And speaking of doing better, I just launched my Patreon, the Better Than Yesterday community. And this is where we getting serious and applying what we talk about a lot of the time on this channel, where we will be going on a journey of discipline together with the $8 discipline system. We'll also have accountability check-ins and not to mention ad-free content. So if you're striving to be better than you were yesterday, the link is in the description because it's time to show up and show out. But we got to start making better decisions today in order to have a better future.